Boys, girls, and everyone else, welcome back to another Destiny Rising video. This one is one that I think is going to help a lot of you, so make sure you watch it to the very end. If you are feeling stuck in Destiny Rising, I think I have it narrowed down to 3 different ways you can get stuck in the game. The worst, and I mean the absolute worst, which happened to me, is by far the third one. 1, 2, 3. The third one is by far the worst, so if you want to see that to help get your way out of that stuck zone or how to avoid it, again, make sure you watch this video to the very end, and let's get straight to it. So first things first is the overall acclaim. I'm seeing a lot of people saying that they are stuck on a few different places of the acclaim. Now you can see that I'm on level 24 and I'm progressing my way to capping 24 and then ultimately I need to get a second hero to gold. So if you go to your acclaim, the 2 places that I'm seeing people or ways people are getting stuck are the following. So the first one is acclaim 14 going into 15, which does require you to have 3 silver medals. What do you need for these 3 silver medals and what's the best way of doing it? So my original advice was to do 2 solars or just have 2 matching essences, which I relatively do still stand by in some cases. So what I mean by that is I was using Tantu and Wolf. So Tantu and Wolf can use almost all of the same artifacts. Again, just to fully break down this guide to the best of my ability, if you're not sure what artifacts are, again, these right here, and they are shareable between people of the same sort of essence or solar. So all of solar can use the same ones for the most part. There's some key differences that we're not going to get into for the sake of the video. But again, so I was able to get a ton of power from having all of the same matching artifacts. So that was one tip that I gave all you guys in the very beginning to help get through that first speed bump, okay? Now we're going to get into why that may or may not still be accurate. I would not, however, do all 3, okay? So if you're trying to get to acclaim from 14 to 15 and you're trying to get the 3 silvers, do not use all of the same elements, if you will, because you will inevitably get stuck again. Now, what are some other ways you can push into silver? Let's just see. So if, again, you need 3 at silver, so you have to upgrade the relic power, which again is pretty straightforward. So the relic power, okay, this is just a bit of a grind for the fruit. The fruit is going to be the biggest thing that holds you up here. The biggest thing to prioritize here is going to be this weapon mastery. That is by far the most power increase that you're going to be getting. You can see the power jumps right there. They're pretty massive, and that's what she said. But you can also upgrade all of these for pretty close to nothing, because these are very easy to farm without any sort of pinnacle energy. And then of course these as well. And that one does require the incandescent cluster, which is going to be one of the hangups later on, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So again, for the most part, it should be pretty straightforward for what you need to grind. So again, the biggest things you need are going to be a good set of artifacts, which you can farm in Singularity Chaos for 10 chaos. Wait, not chaos. What is it called? Through 10 of the pinnacle energy. Jesus, couldn't even think of it. So for 10 pinnacle energy, you can open up a chest. There's 3 chests. If you do it at master difficulty, that's 30, and 3 different chances you get to get a exotic artifact. Again, share that across at least 2 people that have the same element, and you're in great shape. So that's the first place I'm seeing people getting stuck and how I think you can get out of it. So again, sharing exotic artifacts, but then also farming while you're in there to get the necessary candies to upgrade and get the artifact relics up higher. So the next one is going to be when you get to acclaim. Let's go back. I want to say it's 18. It'll tell us. Yeah, 19. So going from 19 to 20 is a massive power jump. And what do you need? You need 1 gold. Now this is where I'm seeing a lot of people also stuck at. Now this one is admittedly a lot harder, and there is a trick to get through it. So this is step number 2 that people get stuck at. So in order to get somebody gold, you, of course, need to have them silver, and you need to do 3 of the following. Or, well, you need to do all 4 of the following. So complete challenge 10 times, use Enhanced Wolf's flames twice consecutively. That's very, very easy. You can do it literally anywhere. Upgrade Wolf's power to 63,500. That is the big one. That is the one that hoses everybody up, okay? And then there's use Wolf to complete a legendary campaign mission on challenge difficulty 1 time without dying. Also not hard at all. If you're basically silver, you have enough power to do that without dying. And then there's this one. You can see that I'm still stuck on. So upgrade Wolf's artifact gilding to level 16. So there's two parts of this to get to gold that people get stuck on. The first is the overall power. Now, if you need to get, if you're using a mythic, which is a orange character, it will be 64,000. Okay. Now, if you're using a legendary, which is a purple trimmed hero, it is going to be 63,500, which is the difference of the power bonus you're getting from having a mythic hero. Yes, you do get a little bit more power for having a mythic hero compared to a legendary. As you can see, it's incredibly minute. So again, in order to get this, the power, which is, in my opinion, the easier of the two, if you don't make a massive mistake, and that is going to be going over to your artifacts. Again, the artifacts are like, there's so much hidden power in your artifacts that I think people are not aware of. So if you go to our artifacts, you know, you're obviously going to max out your weapons, right? So you get your gear level to level 80, enhance it plus 10. Ideally, you're going to want to farm for these mythic rolls, i.e. a god tier roll is what you're going to hear. This is not a god tier roll. Ideally, a god tier roll would have these two thumbed up perks. This is a, I guess, partial god tier roll. I get enough power out of it, essentially. And then you do want to get either exotic or mythic mods. Obviously, mythic mods, you can get it up to level 10 a lot faster. Exotics will give you just that much more additional power. I don't think I have it. I've already chumped them all up. But there's a massive jump if you're using exotic compared to mythic. But again, some people will swear by the mythics. Again, these are just things that are, in my opinion, more obvious than what the tips I'm getting ready to show you. All right. A lot of people think you have to have an exotic and you have to have it multiple upgrades. Now, while I do have multiple upgrades, I got this after I actually hit the threshold. So I had just this one, which you get for free, for Wolf at least, in the for doing a specific quest, i.e. the campaign. Now, the biggest amount, and again, the relic abilities we already talked about. At this point, you're maxing at least one hero, ideally your main, which in my case was Tan2, and you're going to notice that Tan2 is at 65,430, and my Wolf is at 65,118. All right, and we're going to get into that third one, which is really, really bad, and again, where I'm currently stuck at. But so again, Wolf was lower than Tan2, but I needed Wolf for other reasons. So you do fully unlock his talent tree just for completely free to play for going in and doing the campaign or like the acclaim. But the artifact trick, this is what I wanted to show you guys. So if you look at your attribute score, this is just basically hidden a power. You want to try to get to level 5 perks. Now it shows you right here what you need to do in order to do that. So you have to get at least 1440 power. All right, so you have to get 1440 of, not power, 1440 of all of the different elements. So you can see you got 364, 366, 370, and 370. So how do you upgrade these? Let's say I wanted to take my 364 up higher. I would go to modify. And then I would just smash this as many times as I needed to. You can see there's a failsafe here for you for 6. So I'm going to go ahead and do it once just for the sake of the video. I did not get a power increase, which is also going to mean I did not get a increase in my attributes. So let's go ahead and just do it again. Again, for the video, 2,500, no. So I'm getting closer. You can see up here, the luck is 4 to 6. I did get a few up, but I did get some down as well. So let's go ahead and do it again. All right, so bam, now the luck reset because I got an upgrade. So let's go ahead and use the new attributes. And now I got 40 additional power just for doing that. Now, again, these, now that's got it to 372, which is a really, really good stopping point. And now I have 3 out of the 4 up to 370. Let's just go ahead, again, for the video, go ahead and upgrade this and see how many times it takes. So again, we're looking for an upgrade. Sometimes you can go all the way up to level 6. So that was 2690. I got a 3 out of 4 upgrades, which is good. So we're going to take that. Does that get me up to 378? Wow, it was actually a really big boost from where it was. And you can see I'm at 1490 out of 1440. That trick right there is going to be how you upgrade your power. So that is the second place that I see a lot of people get stuck. The last place, which impacted myself as well. Okay. This is painful. I did not want to admit this. Guys, it was rough. So because I had Tan2 and because I had Wolf at a point where I could not, where they're both solar and they have very similar attributes in terms of auto rifle and then precision, the issue I ran into is when I wanted to do the expanse. And I wanted to, oh gosh, hold on. And I wanted to push these higher ones in order to get these, in order to, again, get the next tier to gold. I got stuck. And the reason I got stuck is because I used these artifactual clusters to upgrade one hero. I know, it was bad. So I used it to upgrade my artifacts on my Tan 2. So you can see I got 2 of them. You can't see them. I'm in the way again. Dude, I'm always in the way. So you can see I got one right there and one right here. And these cost each of them 2. You can see I'm at 1 out of 2 in order to get a third one, but I don't want a third one because that, if you remember the video, or early in the video where we talked about it, you have to unlock at least one of these. One of them. I need one more in order to get a gold for your hero. So I am unfortunately at the point where I'm really stuck. Like, I'm in a bad spot, boys and girls. I'm in a bad spot. So I'm trying to push the expanse. You can see that I'm on origin stage 26. I have been smashing my head against the wall to progress that far. And I'm at a point where I don't have enough power still on my wolf. It's recommending me 26,000 power. Now you can see that people are beating it under that, which is, really good for them, and I'm very jealous, but not ideal for me. So you can see clear stages 21 through 23. I'm trying to get to the last few stages. I don't want to mess up my load. But again, I am trying to progress my wolf the highest power he can be, which is going to be 26. But now I'm at the point where I'm starving for resources again. And I actually got so desperate that I munched up my exotics from my Tan 2, the mods that were leveled up, in order to upgrade that of my wolf, which again is not ideal at all or ever. But I had to do it in order to get a little bit closer, a little bit farther, to make these decisions and ultimately get, hopefully, wolf to gold 2 as well. Gold also 2, not gold 2. That makes sense. So again, what do I need to do now to upgrade my weapons or upgrade my power? Again, to basically beat that game mode in order to get the material I need to get the gold 2, and then I can focus on whatever the hell I want. Well, I need to upgrade these, which is going to cost me Mobius clusters, which you're going to get from Grandmaster activities, which I do have 4, so I could run some of these. I think, yeah, I can use Wolf, and I can run one of those right now and get 2, which isn't going to do much for me. I think I can get 2 keys for that, which is great. What else? So I think I can do Grandmaster actually. And then the Expanse level 23 and higher. Well, cool. That's where I'm at because I'm at 23 and I'm stuck. So that's not going to be it. Legendary campaign. Yeah, that's cool and all, but it has to be the challenge in under the 6 minutes, which is a bit of a challenge. I'm not going to lie. And even then you have to have the right people, the right attributes in order to beat it in that time frame. Otherwise, it's going to take too much time, or you have to outpower it by so much, you're going to fly through it anyway. You see where I'm getting at? It's just uber stuck after uber stuck. And then you can get it from the shops, and then dismantling mods, which I would not recommend. And then this is fine. I can get this from Morgan's Prey. So it's a nothing burger. But even then, I have to do all these things just in order to get one little upgrade, and I need 1,000 power. 1,000 power. So sure, now I have to go back over here and maybe if I can get, I need one more. That's diabolical. I need one more and I get 400 power. So that's a pretty good boost there. I could do that. Where can I get these from? Legendary campaign. Well, I'm out of resources until tomorrow, so that's what I'll probably do. I'll do that and get my wolf a little bit stronger. So you can see now I'm at the part where I'm making life harder for myself because I upgraded my Tan 2's artifacts twice instead of doing one for wolf and one for Tan 2 to get those 2 golds. So those are the 2 ways that I got mega, that was the 3 ways that I'm seeing a lot of people getting stuck. Hopefully that helps you guys because like I said, I do not like where I'm at. To the point even, I just pulled you can see I'm actually working on her right now. I just pulled a Yolder and I already have her at 60,774. And now I have really good relics on her. The relic power is at perk 5, like I talked about. Again, priorities here, but you can see I'm starved for resources because I invested in other people. And now I need her to get a lot higher, but now I need the cluster. So you can see it's a never-ending cycle of trying to catch up people that you want to be good with. Yolder is one that it will be really good for me because of her ability to have a rapid fire as well as impact. That is something that I did not have with my Tan 2 and my wolf. And now that I have that, it is a really good addition. So now I have rapid fire, impact, and then precision. I'm good. And then, of course, I have Wolf with his grenade launcher for the AoEs. So I can kill almost any kind of Shikra, I think is what they're called. But anyway, you get the idea, guys. This is a longer video. But again, these are 3 different ways that people are getting stuck. And I'm seeing it in my comments all the time. And it's really hard to respond to as many as I can. So I want to make one video being like, look, if you're stuck, watch me. So hopefully you're not in the last version of being stuck like I am, because like I said, this is a little painful. I'm not happy. I'm not enjoying myself. I am enjoying myself. It's still a grind. I'm still loving it, but I'm not happy with where I'm at. I wish I could be so much better in a better spot. But anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hopefully this helps you get unstuck. And until next time, have a good day.